Hi everyone, welcome to Susie Correct Quarter. As today I'm looking very American. I've got my American flag here and some American stuff going on. Yeah, as you know, I love America. I have a lot of American heritage actually. I'm half Italian. My granddad was Italian and used to tell me he had a second family in America, in an actual place called Milwaukee, which is sort of western America's sort of down there. And you know, he used to tell me all about it, and he actually called his house Milwaukee. I never even knew where it was. I thought it was in Hawaii. And you know, I obviously can't get the information now, but I would love to go there. And it's actually very famous for an American sitcom comedy, sort of similar to what is called Two Broke Girls now. And it was about two girls who had a very candid sort of mishap, kind of adventurous life, and they worked in a bottle cap factory, should I say. And oh god, it was so funny. I sometimes even watch it now on YouTube, and it was called Laverne and Shirley. And oh my god, I just love that. I love American TV, all the TV comedies. I just think they're so much funnier than what we have here in the UK. You know, I love American bands, Blondie and the Ramones. It's all coincidental. You know, at the time when I first got into all this kind of stuff, I didn't know it was all American. And I've got, I don't know, there's something about it. You know, when I went to America, I was like, oh my god, this is my home. Oh god, but there is very contrast, I think, between New York and Florida. And obviously Florida is southeastern, yeah, America, and New York is northeastern America. Different climates, completely different attitudes, different holidays. I wouldn't choose to go to Florida myself, but this is my opinion. I only went for a wedding. It's okay if you're into surfing, Disney, you know, theme parks. Obviously you've got all Universal, that kind of thing. You know, I was over the road from a theme park called Wet and Wild. Not my kind of thing. Lots of alligator parks. You know, once you've walked up and down International Drive a couple of times, that's about it. You know, okay, it's good for diners and eating out. But, you know, I really wanted to get to real America, as I call it, because I love American history. I'm interested in the American Civil War. You know, when everybody's out on Saturday nights at Party Central, I'm at home on Wikipedia. I know, I'm very boring, I'm very geeky. You know, I just love old buildings. You know, when I went to this wedding actually in America, okay, it was very beautiful, very pretty, very picturesque, and it was in an actual very old kind of, very authentic sort of farmhouse looking building called Magnolia Acres at Longwood on the outskirts of Orlando. You know, if you're into flowers, lilies, like orange trees, roses, little sort of fountains and little watery streams, you know, you can imagine the picture. It was like a movie. You know, there was a big gazebo where they actually married you. That's my brother. He doesn't watch my videos, so it don't matter. And yeah, that's the wedding. You know, it was very pretty, and I was very drunk at the time, because, you know, went in the limo and there was some champagne, and my brother, he don't drink champagne. You know, I said it's a very sort of acquired taste. I didn't even know what that meant. Yeah, so I ended up having to drink it all myself. Probably not a good idea to get drunk when you're going to this very sort of pretty quaint little place to get married. As you know, I'm a party girl. If I was going to get married in America, it would be Las Vegas, you know, because I'm a gambler. I love casinos. Next week I'm going to Butlins, Skeg Vegas as I call it. You know, Skegness, Skeg Vegas, Las Vegas, they're very similar. The same thing, really. You know, I love penny machines. You know, you can always find me in the arcades when I'm on holiday, because I just love that kind of thing. So I'm just saying, you know, this is what I would do if it was me, you know. But as I said, it was very nice, I think, from what I can remember. You know, to be serious, so if you're really looking to get married in Florida, that is really, I would recommend it. You know, it's like the actual building itself was real American, you know, and they actually gave you a little wedding cake. And obviously there's the American custom where the bride and groom cut the cake, and apparently how big the slice is represents how long the wedding will last. So if you cut a big slice, obviously that's a good thing, and if you cut a little slice, the wedding is doomed, the marriage is doomed, sorry, you know. So that's the little thing, you know. I love all these American customs, you know. Americans are so friendly, you know. They really would, they just talk to you, you know. I find it kind of shocking, really. For instance, when I went to New York, obviously I wanted to sort of go to Walmart because, you know, that was my dream. I know it sounds a bit weird to go to Walmart as a sort of day trip, as it were. But, you know, I've heard so much about Walmart and everything's bigger. Obviously Americans, you know, a packet of crisps to them is this big. You know, the sweets, the bags of sweets. I love candy. I'm a professional candy eater. You know, I love Lucky Charms. I've actually framed my Lucky Charms box. I know. Pop-Tarts, I love them. And I actually had to put some in my suitcase to bring home. My suitcase was just full of trash. You know, as I said, I love collecting leaflets and books and maps. You know, my clothes ended up in my hand luggage because I had so much crap. Sorry, I shouldn't say that word, but I suppose to some people it is, you know, and and I had to end up eating most of my Lucky Charms, and, you know, Lucky Charms aren't that good for you. They actually sort of promote sort of hyperactivity in children, and that, take my word for it, also in adults. You know, they're like breakfast cereal, as you know. They've got little marshmallow pieces in there, absolutely delicious. You can buy them in Selfridges, Cyber Candy. You can actually get them in Tesco's now. But they're not that good, you know. But in America you can just get absolutely anything. You know, I love going to Walmart, and obviously I was stopping actually on the outskirts of New York, a place called New Jersey. You know, it's across the Hudson River. New York is stuck in the middle of Philadelphia and New Jersey, you know. So it was cheaper to stay in New Jersey. Plus I really wanted, as I said, to visit real America. It was a very quiet little town, very like, it's like a ghost town really. So I sort of went into the Secaucus town this one day to go to Walmart. Didn't know where the hell I was going, and I ended up asking this little old lady, you know, where is Walmart, please, can you help me, blah blah blah. You know, she actually ended up phoning me a taxi. And I couldn't believe it. I thought, God, that wouldn't happen around here where I live. You know, she's like, oh yeah, I'll phone you a taxi and I'll help you. And she stood there chatting with me for a little while. And I was like, oh my God. You know, it's like, it was so, Americans, I just love them. You know, it doesn't take much, does it really, to say have a nice day, you know, and we just don't really do that over here. Everyone's so goddamn miserable. Sorry, but they are. And I just love America. You know, as I said, why can't we just say have a nice day now and again even, you know? I don't know. Anyway, I'm drifting off here. So I was talking about Walmart. You know, that to me was a day out. Obviously New York itself, you know, that's the place to go shopping. Obviously we've got Tiffany's and Cartier and Bloomingdale's and Macy's. Macy's are all over America, as you know. Sephora. You've got Fifth Avenue, obviously Times Square, which is on Broadway. Oh my God, you've got all the shows. There's just so much to do. Shopping. Obviously, what did I go to see? Toys R Us. You know, that was a great big massive store with the Wonka. You've got all the Wonka stuff going on there. I went to, obviously, Greenwich. I went to the East Village, St Mark's Place, Fifth Avenue, as I said, Park Avenue. You've got the Diamond District, Soho. You've got Little Italy. You've got Chinatown, which has got little serpentine kind of streets with exotic markets. You've got all that. I never went there, as apparently it's not the kind of place you want to go on your own. I went on the metro, and that was an experience. I know, I love that. I know. What else did I do? Central Park. I went to, obviously, the Alice in Wonderland statue. Great big bronze statue of Alice in Wonderland character, which was built in 1959. I had to see that, and that was just like being in a movie. I love that. So I did that. Obviously, you've got all the like clothing stores like Forever 21, which we have here now, but it's obviously a lot cheaper in America. Strawberry was one of my favourite stores, which is a bit like a kind of Peacocks. What else? There was just so much. Walmart, as I says, Walgreens is sort of similar to Walmart, but a bit smaller, and they're dotted all over America. 7-Eleven. But when you go into like even like a Walgreens, they're like, "Hi, welcome to Walgreens," and I'm like looking around like this, talking to me. You know, I'm just not used to people being that friendly, and it's like, oh my god, oh my god. When I was in Florida, I went into a Walgreens actually, and the Ramones was on the radio. I want to be sedated. I was like, oh my god, I want to dance. Can I dance in the middle of Walgreens? And I thought, yeah, I can. It's America. Anything goes. Oh god, you know, things like that. It's just, it is a completely different sort of experience, you know, and I just loved every minute of it. And you know, I'd love to go back to New York. There's just so much. I wanted to go to actually, there's a little place, a restaurant called Serendipity. You've probably heard of the movie. It features in that. And actually the queues are supposed to be like an hour long just to get a table. But when you're going solo, go. I'm not going to sing the song, but you know, it's very easy to get a table in a restaurant when there's just one person. Yeah, you know, there's just so much to do, and obviously I just couldn't fit it all in, you know, and I was just like, literally, as I said, I was stopping in New Jersey, as I said, just on the suburbs, so I used to have to get a bus every day, which was like a big coach, and you know, even that was really good. They used to play music, and they used to smile at you sometimes and say hi, you know. And when you were in Florida, actually, the buses were called trolleys, and they used to run up and down International Drive every day. You can just literally get on one of those very cheaply and gets you from A to B. But there was always very packed, and you were sort of holding on for dear life. So I like walking. Yeah, but that's the option. You know, so every day I would get this bus to New York, go across, you know, the Hudson. And when you go like in the tunnel, it's a bit, I suppose, like going through the Channel Tunnel. It sort of says Jersey, and it tells you when you're at New York. It's like painted on the tunnel thing, and so I did that. You know, I didn't know where the hell I was going, and sort of, it was literally as you get to the middle of New York, you're at Times Square. You know, got Broadway, as I said, and all that going on, and then just at the top of Times Square there you have got Central Park. You know, that was, oh, I love going there. There's just, everybody's like, there's just so much going on. You've got all the joggers, obviously a big thing in America is all the running things. Obviously you've got the American baseball, the Yankees, you know, so I love, that's my favourite baseball team, is the New York Yankees. You know, I just love America. There's just so much I want to do and visit. I'm obviously going to California next year. As you know, I love James Dean. I don't know if I've mentioned it before. As another one of my idols. I want to go to the James Dean Shrine in California. So, you know, that's sort of something else I'm going to do. You know, when I say something, I'm going to do it. You know, as I said before, you know, but I survived New York, and, you know, because you can survive New York, you can survive anything really. And what else was I going to say? Oh, so I'm getting a little bit uncomfortable here. But yeah, you know, just to cross a road in America is sort of a challenge in itself. You know, it's like playing some kind of arcade game. You know, and obviously you can get arrested for jaywalking, so you've got to be careful how you cross the road. You've got to cross, you know, roads in straight lines, so you can get arrested. You know, there's all that sort of stuff you've got to be aware of. And what else is that? I could just talk about America all day really. And yeah, so thanks for watching, Susie Q, and I'll catch you later. Stay tuned.